I'll never forget what Mama said about minding my own business. Maybe because she reminds me every day. When I became a private investigator and launched the Pants on Fire Detective Agency, it became her mantra. My name is Cat DeLuca. I catch cheaters. Despite what Mama says, I'm not a snoop or a hoochie stalker. My clients come to me because they suspect their partners are cheating. There are telltale signs of a cheater. Cheaters suddenly smell better. They dress better. They wear designer underwear. They groom their nose hairs. I know these things because it was 2 short months into my marriage when the tweezers came out. My unholy union with runaround Johnny Rizzo was a crash course in infidelity. But I have to tell you, it was good training for what I do best. I scale balconies and teeter outside hotel windows to capture the perfect snapshot. One 8x10 glossy can speak 1,000 words, and it could be worth thousands in a divorce settlement. My client, Brenda Gregor, was a timid, soft-spoken woman who would apologize for sucking oxygen off the planet. Her husband, Steve, is the poster child for Mr. McCheater. Early 50s, 6'2", all teeth, cocky as hell, and so buffed and groomed, I don't need to see his Calvin Klein undies to know he's wearing them. At the moment, I was tooling up the Stevenson Expressway with Inga, my beagle, riding shotgun. I'd been staked out at Steve Gregor's office since noon. My gut told me this was going to be a good day for Cat DeLuca P.I. At 1:45, Gregor walked out of his office, looked both ways. The permagrin expression on his face screamed booty call. He turned north on Halsted, moving with the traffic. About a block before the on-ramp, Gregor's car slowed and allowed a side-parked car to slip in front of him. He followed the car onto the Stevenson, and I took caboose. We jumped onto South Lake Shore Drive and ended up at Monroe Harbor Marina. I knew from doing background on Gregor that he had a slip there. I gave the happy couple plenty of room to park and watched as a leggy, 20-something blonde in 8-inch platforms and white-hot pants wobbled out of car number 1 with picnic basket in hand. Typical. It wasn't hard following them to their dock. The marina is big enough and busy enough this time of year to keep me invisible. I just acted like a car looking for a parking spot and watched as they boarded a yacht. Not the biggest yacht in the marina, but not the smallest either. Just a nice, sleek vessel, big enough for a galley and comfy V-berth. Game on. Once aboard, Gregor and Legs scooted below deck. I guessed he was a wee bit impatient after his week of good boy behavior, and he was the greedy type. I'd have to move fast if I was going to be in position for the photo op. I doubted this would take long. I parked illegally at the end of the pier. I tossed the binoculars on the seat, grabbed the camera, told Inga to stay, and dashed down the dock to the yacht moored next to Gregor's. I took the chance that it would be empty, climbed aboard like I belonged there, and made a beeline for the bow.